let's take a look at volume of a prism. So volume is the amount that's inside of a 3D figure. So for any volume of a prism, we're going to find the area of the base and then multiply that by the height. So over here, like if we decided this rectangle was going to be our base, remember the distance between our two bases is going to be our height. Now for a cube, it's a little bit more special because all the sides are the same, right? So he's a cube, right? So his volume is going to be that side length cubed. Okay, so let's find the volume of these guys. So I told you anything that is not a rectangle is your base. Well, in this one, everything is a rectangle, so we get to choose which one is going to be our base. Let's say that this guy down here on the bottom will be our base. So to find the area of that base, we're going to have base times height of that rectangle. So 9 times 3. And that will give me 27. And I had units times units, right? So he was units squared for area. We're all right with that, right? Great, we remember that from last unit. So if that bottom rectangle is my base, then that top rectangle is my other base. So that means the distance between them right here is my height. So that's 5. So when we're finding our volume, we're going to take area of the base times the height. We figured out that our base was 27 units squared. Our height was 5 units. So when we take 27 times 5, we're going to get 135. And then when we take units squared times units, we're going to get units cubed. So everything with volume is going to be in whatever units it is, centimeters, inches, yards, whatever. It's going to be cubed, and that's why. All right, let's take a look at this next one. So anything that's not a rectangle is our base. So that means that this triangle right here is going to be our base. So to find the area of a triangle, we're going to have to take 1/2 base times height. It says that both of those sides of our right triangle are the same, so that means it's a 45, 45, 90. It doesn't matter that it's a 45, 45, 90. I'm just letting you know. So we're going to take 1/2. Our base is 6. Our height is 6. 1/2 6 times 6 is 18. And that will be centimeters squared. So to find our volume, we're going to take area of the base times the height. Remember, the height is the distance between my two bases. So the distance between those two rectangles is going to be that 8. So 18 centimeters squared was our base, times our height was 8 centimeters. 18 times 8 is 144. Centimeters squared times centimeters is centimeters cubed. So that's why our units are always going to be those units cubed. Okay, I'll quit putting the units in after this, showing what's done with it. I'll just pop them in there at the end. All right. So on this next one, we know that anything that is not a rectangle is going to be our base. So over here, our rectangle is, our base is going to be this triangle. So we know an area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. And let's take a look at this triangle real quick. and draw him separately. So from down here, we know the hypotenuse is 10. And from over here, we know that this leg over here is 8. We need to know what this side of our triangle is to find the area of that triangle, right? So we're going to have to do